been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
New York.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
On the carry.
Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Going top shelf. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Juju Smith-Schuster, 81 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Robbie Gould lining up.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And the Giants first down.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Jones, a gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Giants 14, Washington 7. Aldrich Rosas to kick off for the Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Giants 21, Washington 7.
Now the rookie second-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returning is Peppers. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. Past the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
The score, Giants 28. Washington 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Tyus Bowser came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 23 yards on the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Swift. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Swift, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to get him for a loss of about 3.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
To try again after the sack. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Coleman has it here right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Coleman.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Giants 42. Washington 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 23. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
By the Giants.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Again, it's Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll run with Barkley, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun. Haskins. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
Makes the score Giants.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins, and that is incomplete. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here comes Peppers, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Okay, just like that. Just like
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Jones now on first down. That's complete left side to Shepard. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
23-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Operating from the gun, Haskins, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Haskins pass. Incomplete from the contact.
Here's Tressway now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards and a giant first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Colvin. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Read it well, and it's picked. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Rosas to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 63. Washington.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Washington on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run out of the gun with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Jones going to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun. Jones quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, New York.
From the gun, Jones steps away to his left. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones escaping the pressure right. Then he finds Gronk. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
It's a gain of 8.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in. Tight made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Turnover on downs.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Haskins, he's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. taken about 7 yards deep.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. At a site that's becoming familiar in this season, they remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they remain as hot as anyone at 6.